Hey y'all, Justin and Ryan here. We've got a new deal for you.
Dub, I love vaping, but I'm so sick of being able to take all the puffs I could ever want without being limited.
Are you saying you need a mod that will limit the amount of puffs you can take without you actually controlling it?
That would be awesome!
Anybody can buy an Osmosis Minikin or a drag mod that doesn't limit your puff counter, but for a problem like Ryan, we have the solution!
Smok Pro Color! Now featuring a puff limiter.
What up, YouTube? Welcome in Between Two Beards. I'm Justin, aka Dub.
I'm Ryan.
And today we are doing a full review of the new Smok. Remember, we don't call it smoke because we don't smoke, we vape. Pro Color, which might as well have been called the Alien version 2.
I really, really wish they would have called this the Smok Aliens.
Came over, man.
Yeah.
Came over.
Yeah, seriously. Like, that would have been amazing.
I think they did it specifically to focus on, oh, we got an LED screen. But this, guys, you're going to find out. We're going to be doing a lot of comparisons to the Alien.
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and dive down and take a look at one, and we'll be right back.
The way a xenomorph gets inside of Bill Paxton at the end.
Alright guys, here's going to be a really quick unboxing and up close with the Smok Pro Color. On the front you see the kit there. I do have the kit. Dub just bought the mod by itself, but it's going to come in a very similar box obviously. Got a bunch of your Smok information there, nothing there. Little QR code there. Got your features and everything. Same boxes that everything Smok is coming out with comes with right now. Take off the lid. Here's going to be your mod, obviously. Pull this out. Got your user manual, got your warranty card, and a battery safety card. Inside the kit, you'll have your micro USB cord, a couple of vape bands, the big baby beast itself, which comes with a 0.15 coil, I believe, installed. And then there's an extra coil head in here. I've already used that on something else, and then a spare piece of glass. But yeah, very typical Smok packaging. That's not why we're here. One thing I really want to go over with this mod is the menu system, but more specifically that puff limiter and counter thing. But anyway, going over, you got this really nice, big, bright, colorful screen here. Obviously, your LED bar. You've got your up and down buttons. We'll go over it a little bit more later, but this is one issue we kind of have with this. These stick out a lot, and they feel kind of weird and cheap. But anyway, you got your full-side fire bar right there, which has a very nice click to it. Nothing on this side. You've got your carbon fiber with the branding and everything on the back. It is a 225 watt mod. And then nothing there. You've got your micro USB port for firmware updating and battery charging. Again, guys, please just buy an external battery charger. Up top here, you do have a spring-loaded 510 connection, which is the exact same 510 connection that was on the Alien. So that's still a very nice. That's a nice 510 there. Going on to the bottom, we've got our battery door. It's just your typical, bottom battery door. I don't know what else to say. The batteries are very clearly marked here. You got your positive down here, your negative down there. I like that they give you battery A and battery B, because on the screen it says battery A, battery B. That way if you've got a bad battery, you can tell which one it is. And then, yeah, it's hard to get on camera. There it is. You've got a plus on one side and a red plus and a blue negative sign. Just it's super clearly marked, just like the other Smok mods. But anyway, throw the batteries in. This will light up. And then 5 clicks turns it on. And we get this again. And then yeah, here's the screen on the Pro Color. This is like a brand new UI for Smok, and it's very, very nice. But honestly, the actual navigation is pretty similar to the Alien and the T-Priv and those. You get 3 clicks into the menu, and then that's going to bring us to this screen here. And then you got your wattage, use the up button, go to temp control titanium, temp control nickel, temp control stainless steel, and then you have your memory modes. Go back to wattage here. Now if I long press on the power button, that'll come down here to my wattage screen, and you can change your wattage here, but obviously you can also change it on the main menu. If I hold again, now we've got our preheat function. So here we've got normal, we've got hard, which is like a ramp up. It hits a lot harder at first and then backs back down, and then soft, and then I keep it on normal about 99% of the time. Press and long press there, and it takes us back out to the main menu. This is one reason the menu's not quite as easy to navigate as like the Alien, because every time I think I'm going to the next screen, I end up dumping myself back out on the main screen. But anyway, go back into that, 3 clicks. Now if you just short press, it'll take you to this. And this is the biggest thing that I want to stress on this video, because I haven't seen anybody else do this. Here's your puff settings, okay? So if we long press here, it'll take you down to puff clear, no or yes. If you turn it over, if you hit yes, then that obviously just cleared my puff counter. We're going to go ahead and go back into that. And then here's the thing I really want to show you. See how it says never right there? If you start scrolling up, it's going to say 1 puff, 2 puff. It goes all the way up to 999 puffs, okay? This is the actual puff limiter. So if I set this to 2 puffs right here, you can go all the way up to 999. But if I set that to 2 puffs right there, and then go back out to the main screen, I can now take 2 puffs. There's 1. There's 2. And now when I hit the fire button, it's going to say max puffs. So you can literally, you can limit yourself to how many puffs you're allowed to take in a day. And the only way to get around that is to go back in the menu, go back to the puff screen, and then scroll all the way down past, under 1 and set it to never. I wanted to make sure we showed you guys how to do that. I haven't seen that on any other review. And yeah, when we first got this, it's like, okay, 999, we hit 1,000, and it's like max puffs. It's like, wait, what is this? So thankfully, we were able to figure that out. But anyway, go back into this. So that's the puff thing. Go past that, and now you've got your screen color settings. So I've got it set to green. You've got blue, purple, kind of a weird yellowy orange color, red, white, and then I'm going to leave it on green. If you long press there, you can change how long the screen is on, and it goes down to 15 seconds. And I think the max was like 240 seconds. We go ahead and hit the power button again. That'll take us to our shield color. Obviously, I've got it set to green. You've got like a bright blue. It's not going to pick up on the camera at all, but you've got like a really bright blue, a purple, that's kind of a dark bluish purple, then a darker blue. You got white. You've got just a bunch of rainbowy colors. And then you've got a second version of rainbowy colors. And then you've got red, kind of a pink, that weird yellowy orange color again, yellow, and then back to green. And I'm going to set on that. Now, if we hit long press the button, it's going to ask light style, normal, flash, fade, normal. And then one more time, and then it's going to ask you when you want it to light up. I've got the screen on. You can have it only while you're vaping. You can have it always on, and then you can turn it off. I'm going to have it on with the screen on. And again, I have my screen set to 15 seconds. You got your power settings, and then you've got your exit out of that, or long press on that, and that'll actually turn your mod off. So that's pretty much it, guys. Again, I really wanted to go over that puff limiter thing and show you how to bypass that. But we're going to go ahead and jump back out and talk about this for a few minutes, so we will be right back.
All right, guys, that was the up close of the new Smok Pro Color. And yeah, dude, this is a pretty nice mod.
I'm enjoying it. I mean, we were both, anybody that's watched our channel at all knows that we were both pretty big fans of the Alien. I think anybody that denies that this is just a newer version of the Alien, no matter what they call it,
they're lying to themselves.
Yeah, you're lying to yourself.
Lying. I mean, it's kind of like that chick when you ask, you know, it's not you, it's me. She's lying to you.
Yeah, I mean, I would honestly, at this point, with this mod, be surprised if there ever was an Alien version 2. I mean, we'll see what happens, but...
What would they possibly do? Just not have an LED?
Yeah, it's the Pro Color without the LED lights. But anyway, that aside, it's a great mod.
It is.
It works really, really nice.
It really is. We are going to probably go right into pros and cons, but I feel like we owe them a quick explanation for that cold open that we did. So I'm going to lay the groundwork here real quick. Now, we went over it in the up close about the stupid puff counter. Now, everybody knows we don't like puff counters to begin with.
This goes far and beyond why I don't like a puff counter. I mean, this thing is literally...
because I had mine before he had his. Yeah. And I basically was like, yeah, okay, every time I would hit 999 on the puff counter, which is all the further it will go read to.
Yep.
It would literally cut me off from vaping.
It basically locks them on.
No amount of clicks or anything. You'd have to actually physically go into the menu system and reset the puff counter so you could continue vaping. And I thought, just out of common sense, that you wouldn't have to go backward to get rid of that. I thought it would just be like a revolving clock. It would round robin itself, but it didn't. So I went on like a week and a half thinking that, oh, it's just something I'm gonna have to live with this mod, which sucks because I was like, that's fucking stupid.
Then one day I was like, what happens if you go the other way?
And I'm like,
he's like, nothing, man.
Oh yeah, no, it does. It definitely says never now. So
you can see. Here's the thing: is they have implemented this to where it's not just a puff counter; it's literally a puff limiter.
Right.
And I just don't get why anyone...
So that's the whole joke, guys. Because at first, when we first were talking about the show and what we were going to talk about, we're like, well, dude, I think the big thing is the fact that I have a puff limiter on this, so we got to make that like a big deal. And then we realized that you could actually turn it off.
Had you not been able to turn that off, I wouldn't have bought one, and I would have told people to buy an Alien.
Yeah.
Because I think that's stupid. But thankfully, we probably could have avoided all this by reading the manual.
We don't read manuals. We're those guys that I want. But that's the thing. I actually don't like to read a manual every time because I want to see how easy something is to navigate. If I can't, just with a general knowledge of...
What if you buy a mod off a buddy and he doesn't have the box anymore? You're not going to get the manual.
Exactly, exactly. So, like I said, that's just where the cold open comes on from. But I think we should definitely start just go right into our pros and cons.
I'll do cons first. Cons, it's a slight thing. It's a slight thing, but the battery life on this is definitely not as good as the Alien. It's a lot closer to the T-Priv, which again, it's not bad by any means. I mean, I can get like 10 and a half hours at like 50 watts.
On a good day, I can sneak 11 and a half out of it.
I've been primarily using the Watofa flow tank on it. It came with the big baby. I've got 3 of those now. I don't really use them anymore. But I've been primarily using it with the flow tank. Right now I've got a 42 watts, and that's a damn good vape. So I can push the batteries a little bit farther. I was using, this past week, I've been using my my Kylan vaping at like 65, 68 watts, and that drops my battery life down to more like 7 hours. I haven't used a dripper on here at like 120 watts.
I have 5. It's no better or worse than any other mod out there at 100 watts.
Again, guys, I know a lot of people are going to see this. Like, if this is the first time you've ever seen one of our videos and you're like, 10 and a half hours, what are you bitching about?
This is why we say that.
This mod, for what we do for a living, being on the road all the time, we don't need to be able to, or we don't want to have to mess with batteries all day. And when a mod like this can get 15 hours at 50 watts, like continuous use.
Yeah.
And then you drop down to 10, though 10's not bad, that's a big discrepancy.
Right.
There.
Well, and I think for most of the mods that we test, short of the Charon, which that thing's
the worst battery life ever.
Yeah, great mod, but the battery life is just piss.
Yeah.
But like I said, this is not bad. It's just a shame that it took a step back from where the Alien was. Where the Alien was a solid 12 and a half hours every time.
The only thing we can figure out, because I ran it for an entire week with the lights on when the screen is on, like I have it right now. And then I ran it for another week with the lights completely off. They never came on. There was absolutely no noticeable difference.
And that's when I got 11 and a half, was when I had everything like off at the lowest setting you could have the screen
on.
I
have my screen set to 15 seconds, which is the lowest setting. But I didn't notice any like discernible difference in battery life between having the lights on and having the lights off. I think where the battery drain is coming from is just the colorful screen.
Well, and how big the screen. This is a big screen.
Yeah, it's a big,
and like I said, it's
screen.
fully detailed and colored, and I think that just sucks a lot of juice. Not so much a con, but kind of a weird concern quirk thing that we both can't seem to figure out. We put brand new out-of-the-box batteries inside of both of our mods.
I showed that in the up close. As soon as you can get them right off the charger, and as soon as you put them in and power the mod up, you're missing about 10%.
5 to 10%.
5 to 10% of your battery bar is just
Which
gone.
is weird. Like, it's like, there's no way the screen's... I could take the same batteries, put it, like, in the Osmosis Minic,
and they're full.
And they're full. It's just weird
I mean,
I'm talking,
we're pulling them straight off the charger, reading 4.2 volts, so I know they're fully charged. Again, that's not really a con because I don't notice any drop off in battery life overall because of that. That's just a weird quirk with the mod. I don't like the super raised adjustment
That is probably
buttons.
one of my bigger cons. These buttons they're a little wiggly, which doesn't bother me.
Right. There's no button rattle.
Yeah, there's no button rattle. It's just the fact that these things, when you like run over this sleek mod, it's like, holy shit, it stops my thumb.
They're very much there.
Yeah.
I like them better than the T-Privs buttons.
These are elephants in the room. They're just, they're there.
Other than that, though, I don't think I really have any the menu is a little, it's not hard to navigate, but
it just takes some time to get used to.
Yeah, there's a couple times where I'm trying to get to a certain thing and I don't hold the button long enough or whatever, and then it pops me back out to the main screen and I'm just like, damn it!
But I would say those are probably my biggest cons. I want to go into pros because we really do both love this mod.
Pros are kind of everywhere. The light, I like the way I love this light. I like the shield shape.
They did what we wanted we wanted Skelly to do with the Chaos.
Where you can cycle through all the colors. You don't have to have one set color. There's more than 4 colors to choose from.
Fade, blink, in and out, however you want.
The fire switch is a big pro to me. It's stiffer than the Alien, but it's a lot longer throw than the. It's still a pretty short throw switch, but it's a lot longer.
It's got
throw
a little bit more resistance. It's got a little bit more resistance than the T-Priv.
The T-Priv was so hard to push.
I don't get nervous with this sitting in my cup holder and falling over and firing. The other big thing that they did on the Alien, they did not do on the T-Priv, but they brought it back for the Pro Color was you're easily able to press both buttons, lock the screen.
Lock the mod
both buttons unlocks the screen. Yep. Now, a lot of people I know will say, well, you just got to click it 3 times. Yeah, but I don't like clicking. I like just my thumb across there. Bam, lock. Don't have to worry about it.
I like that it does lock the fire switch too. It won't fire.
Right.
That puff counter limiter thing would have been the biggest con, and I would have told people just not even to buy it. But thankfully, we figured out how to turn that off.
Even with the fact that you could turn that off, I still think that is an absolute. I mean, seriously, I've never, not once, in the thousands of vapors I have met and talked to online or in person, I've never once heard them say, dude, I just can't buy this mod because it doesn't limit my puffs. Like, I only want 292 puffs today.
I just don't see a time where I would want to limit myself on the number of puffs I can take.
I just don't see where you care.
Right.
Like, I mean, is some guy's wife out there saying, you better not do more than 320 puffs? Oh, no, I locked it.
I'm going to check,
Exactly.
I don't know, but anyway.
I know guys' wives that won't let guys buy new coil heads when they go out, so I just,
Thankfully, they did include the option to turn that off. I'm kind of disappointed, and I'm not going to call anyone out by name, but I have watched a lot of reviews of this mod. A lot.
Not one.
Not one person has mentioned the puff limiter thing. Not one.
I don't know if they, like, a version, like a prototype or something, because we bought these, obviously.
Yes, possibly, yeah.
I don't know, because when we pulled these out of the box, the puff limiter was on.
It was on, and it was set to 999 puffs automatically, yeah.
So, like I said, it's just kind of a weird quirk thing.
One more thing I've noticed in mine, I don't know if he's noticed it on his. Anytime the puff counter, once you turn that off, the puff counter will go above 1,000. It'll go as high as you want until your batteries die.
Yeah.
Once I get past 1,000 though and change my batteries, it resets. It resets it. That's not a con. It's just a weird.
Not that we care about the puff counter. It's just a weird thing of why it does that.
I feel like we're dwelling on the puff counter. Let's move on. The finish is awesome.
T-Priv finish, guys. It has like a car-like paint job to it. I did drop it, and I got a couple of little nicks, but you know what? You drop some from 4 feet on hardwood floor.
I dropped mine too, and it just happened to hit a metal bracket in my truck just right and take a little chip out. But other than that, the finish is holding up.
The finish is great.
Really well.
Just a little bit bigger than the Alien.
They put the screen on the correct side.
They put it on the right side, guy. Somebody watched our video.
Someone cared about right-handed people for once. That's a big pro to me. Is the screen's not in my palm anymore? But I'm so used to the Alien when I catch myself looking on this side, I'm like, oh no, the screen's on that side.
One of the big pros for me is, guys, this is a nice, beautiful, big, colorful screen that you can change some of the undertone colors with to fit your color. Your mod.
That's different.
I think it's nice that they make that customizable like that. But it's not got a lot of vape bloatware in it. I mean, yeah, you got your little fucking puff counter there, which is funny. It has a but at the same time, it gives you your big wattage readout.
Right.
It gives you your ohm reading, your battery readout. Smok, of course, wanted to spray their logo feces up in the top corner there.
Right. Like as if we didn't know.
And then you have your voltage. Like, you don't have a lot of vape bloatware.
I like that the timer and the puff counter are two of the smallest things on the screen.
Yes, exactly. They're not in the way. They didn't make the puff counter more important than the ohms reader, you know, the resistance. So I love the color screen. It's very modern. It makes this look like a very nice upscale mod.
It does do 225 watts, so if you want to rock a sub-ohm tank at 40 watts, you can. If you want to rock a dripper at 150 watts, you can.
One more note before I forget that I'm thinking about it. This is a powerful mod, guys.
It is.
This mod, when you hit it, I mean, this thing hits hard. Like, believe it or not, I actually what was it? I think it was on my Captain. I was hitting the same tank at the same wattage, but I had to hit this almost 2 to 3 watts lower because I'm like, whoa, that's just way more powerful.
It's like the Alien was like that too.
Yeah, it's got a good power. There's no fall off. It will fire until it just can't do anymore, Captain.
I've had like 2 misfires since I've had the mod. But compared to how many, like where you push the button, it doesn't do anything. You let off and then you do it and it does. But compared to some other mods I have, 2 is all right for how long I've had this.
Right. Like I said, guys, I really don't have any more to say about it.
No, it's a great mod.
I'm going to recommend this mod to people.
If someone came up to me and said, look, I really like the looks of the Alien and the Pro Color, which one should I buy? Honestly, I would recommend the Pro Color over the Alien. Because it comes with the bigger tank, it comes with the big baby
I think it has
instead
that
of
cool factor.
It comes with the big baby instead of the baby, so you're getting more juice capacity.
I mean, if you think about it as a whole, the only real reason to go with an Alien over a Pro Color is if you just need that extra hour and a half of battery life.
Yeah, so
that would be the only reason.
I would recommend this. They're similar in shape and size, but this one's just a tiny bit bigger and it feels better in my hands.
I like it. I like the finish on the way the finish is on it.
A lot of people don't like the LEDs. I dig them. I think it's cool. I mean,
if you don't like them, turn them off.
Turn them off.
You know, then you just have a white. I've heard somebody say something they're not crazy about the white shield, the shield look. I'm like, I like that. I think it looks nice. It's different. It's kind of like burn Pro Color.
Right.
You know what I mean? I like it. It's just
easy decision. Would I buy it again? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, if I broke, the FDA comes in here and bends me over.
If I were to drop and break this, and then for whatever reason that same day drop and broke my Alien, I would buy this first. I just would.
I just think it's a better mod for the money. I mean, it's not priced quite as cheap as the Alien is now.
It's a little more expensive.
But you know what? Like I said, guys, if you get the kit with it, you get the big baby, which is just a great tank.
I picked up the kit with the big baby and everything, which is this box here, for $55 on vapewild.com.
Yeah, like I said, guys, it's a solid mod. I will highly recommend it. Yeah. Out of our 10-star scale, I'm going to give it about 8, only because...
Yeah.
The battery life dwindled just a little bit enough to where, like I said, I was really ready to put this in my mod of the year, but I feel like the battery life's just going to keep it from getting there. But, like I said, guys, nonetheless, this has been my daily mod. I've been using it every day, and I'm enjoying it.
Sorry if anybody tuned in to look at the big baby. We're not touching on that because we have a standalone review for it.
Yeah, check that out right here, guys.
Everybody on the internet has a review for it, and we've talked about it a lot. So that's why we're not even going over the tank.
Exactly.
I think we each have 3 or 4 of them now.
Well, and I didn't get the kit. I just got the
You just got the mod. Yeah, you just bought the mod.
I already have like 3 big babies at home. I didn't need a 4th.
Anyway, that's why we're not going into the big baby, because it's just been done so much. But anyway, guys, major pass.
Beard approved.
Beard approved. Major pass for both of us. Will we recommend this mod? Totally.
Absolutely.
I would buy one again in a heartbeat.
I have no reservations about buying another one if I had to.
But yeah, if you guys like the video, give us a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button. Hit us up on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, all at InBetween2Beards.
If you want to contact us professionally, guys, or just want to drop us a line, our email is inbetween2beards@gmail.com. And like I said, I think that's all for this week, guys.
Vape on, guys.
Vape on.